in, hear the crowd you can't see. Every little pixel part of this big scene. Hands on keys and a beat in my chest. We make something wild from a simple day. Woke up, go live. Turn it up, let the moment arrive. From the first hey chat to the last good night. We ride this life. All in. Come on in, let the stories begin. If you're here, then you're part of the show. Let's go. One name, one flame, we all lean in. New friends, old friends, let the stream begin. Go live. Turn it up, let the moment arrive. From the first hey chat to the last good night. We ride this life. All in. Come on in, let the stories begin. If you're here, then you're part of the show. Let's go. Woke up, Woke up, vamos, we're about to start. Pull up a chair, bring your head and heart. Screen lights up, you found your spot. Chat wakes up, throw your name in the pot. We're here now, gonna ride this spark. From a quiet room to a roaring heart. Woke up, vamos, go live. Turn it up, let the moment arrive. From the first hey chat to the last good night. We ride this life. Woke up, vamos, all in. Come on in, let the stories begin. If you're here, then you're part of the show. Woke up, vamos, let's go.
Deep breath in, hear the crowd you can't see. Every little pixel part of this big scene. Hands on keys and a beat in my chest. We make something wild from a simple desk.
Woke up, vamos, go live. Turn it up, let the moment arrive. From the first hey chat to the last good night. We ride this life. Woke up, vamos, all in. Come on in, let the stories begin. If you're here, then you're part of the show. Woke up, vamos, let's go.
One name, one flame, we all lean in. New friends, old friends, let the stream begin.
Woke up, vamos, go live. Turn it up, let the moment arrive. From the first hey chat to the last good night. We ride this life. Woke up, vamos, all in. Come on in, let the stories begin. If you're here, then you're part of the show. Woke up, vamos, let's go. Woke up, vamos, we're about to start. Pull up a chair, bring your head and heart. Screen lights up, yeah, you found your spot. Chat wakes up, throw your name in the pot. We're here now, gonna ride this spark. From a quiet room to a roaring heart. Woke up, go live. Turn it up, let the moment arrive. From the first hey chat.
Good morning. Barry Ho, welcome in to the cause. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they, thems, zee-zims, cats, dogs, gods and demigods. How are we this morning? How is everyone this morning? I hope we're all well. John boy, I got my OBS updated. Thank you for that little message while I was fast asleep, John. Nice of you to wake me up. Unfortunately, it was a good update because it's fixed that weird problem with the lag. I can turn my mic a bit. I'm a little bit too loud on my mic. Yeah, it fixed that weird problem we were having with the what was it? It was like when you were changing scenes too quick, it was messing it up. I think it fixed that, so that's a good update. That was. Hopefully, it'll probably break something else. Good morning, John. Right, I haven't even decided what I'm going to do. Let's go over to the recycling centre because oh, it's Wednesday, isn't it? Prime Minister question times, 12 o'clock. So we'll be going over to that tonight. I need to do I tell you what, that's what we're going to do this morning. Maybe we should do some a little bit of work, work. Thought to give it. Yeah, no, that's all right. That's fine. Thanks, John. That's all right. That's fine, mate. I'm only joking. We like the heads up. You were up early. Mind you, I was still up at 4:30 this morning. Mr. Rotella's stream went on a little bit longer than usual. In the end, I was like, right, you're too late now. I gotta go to bed. You can keep watching your bloody fucking vlog documentaries in the middle of the desert. I'm off to bed, mate. Right. Let's go to the recycling centre. And let's do some video editing, shall we? Usually I make this a premium thing, but that's all right. Let's load up my video editor. The weird thing is, my video editor isn't actually on my gaming PC. It's on my other PC, so I'll have to change all that. Right. Let me just close that down. It might slow my PC down a little bit as well. Where is it? There it is. Oh, no, actually, I'll tell you what. We'll use some of my own AI. I know your David got his art exam today. Okay. You think art exam is about doing doodles, but it's not. It's usually about, it can be quite sort of questions on different types of art, like what age is Renaissance art, you know, name a famous pop artist, you know, that type of thing. Actually, we're going to close that down. Let's go to Wokko's AI. This though, I wasn't going to give fair warning here because my AI is unrestricted. Okay, so just be aware. Part of this app has been locked. No, learn more. Smart controllers block this app. Cancel. You're not supposed to block. Right, okay. Oh, close all them. Oh, install on next launch. I need to find. Okay. I need to find my thing. Account protection. Someone saying he has Welsh exam. His Welsh exam yesterday. Okay, how do you think he's doing? He's quite smart, your boy. He's an intelligent young lad. But that's my music one. I don't want the music ones. I want image. These are new ones. Z text to image. That's it. Oh, what? I got new missing workflows? Surely not. Images. Try again. Oh, let me just show you what I'm doing on my... Let's go to my full font. So these are all different AI models that I can download. I have got some downloaded. I'm going to choose an image model. I can't remember which ones I got. I thought I had. I've got Flux too, I think. I think I've got this one. Yes, I have got that one. Okay, so we're going to put the text in there. I tell you what I'll do. I think I've got it, but I can change to my other keyboard and mouse. I have got it, so I can put the thing in. So let's have a little bit of music playing in the background. Get my... So what I'm going to generate a House of Parliament picture, more or less. So, oh, I need to get rid of chat makes choices, don't I? Look, I got chat make choices on the screen still. Professional streamer. Link. There we go. Try to get rid of chat makes choices. Right, that's that got rid of. Now we need Rumbot music. And we need to, let's go with just ambient music. That's quite nice, isn't it? Quite chill. Right, okay, now we need a prompt. So, the UK Parliament. Does it do respelling for me? Does it do spelling? No. The UK Parliament. I think that's how you spell it. Sitting. I should put inside. Parliament. Oh, I want a 16:9 image. I don't want a 1024. I want a... $720 by 1040. I know it's 480 by 720. Double 480 is 9. That's double. I would try that anyway. And that's the wrong way anyway. That's be 1024. Let me just do a little 16-9. If the width is 1024, what is the height? What is the... Now I know how to do this mathematically. You times one by the one and one by the other and divide by the other, but I can't be bothered to do it. 1069 up to the height is 576 pixels. Okay, thank you. And you can't have 500. Oh, you got 576. Okay, good. That's it, yeah, times. Okay, good. Okay, let's see what this generates. Let's run it. Job queued. Is it going to run it or not? I think my bloody thing is stopping it. What do they call it? Ah. Oh no, there it goes. There it goes. It was just warming up. Boom. Oh, well, that's not inside the House of Parliament, is it? The House of Commons. So the Commons. The political politicians inside the House of the politicians. Is that how you spell it? How the hell do you spell politicians? Politicians. Like that? Politicians. I'll never be able to spell that word. The only thing missing from this is the ability to spell stuff. Politicians. Thing on the benches. Throwing Molotov cocktails at each other. Molotov cocktails. Each. Right, let's see what that generates. Let's run that one instead. People are looking at it thinking, what the hell is this thing on here? Well, this is an AI. This is like when you use Grok or OpenAI, this is what's going on in the background. Difference is, oh, okay. Well, it's close. Inside the Parliament, right, try changing it now. Let's get rid of the House of the Parliament bit. That bit's quite close. The Molotov cocktail isn't working. Rowing. Tomatoes. Right, okay, let's run that one. It's getting close though. AI not quite as intelligent as it wants to be. It's good at the artificial bit. Which AI? No, this is what all AI apps are. You won't be able to run this, John. You have to have special GPU to run this. This won't run on your ordinary laptop. Like, to come out that quick as well. Oh, they're just throwing potatoes. Yeah, it's not the smartest one, this one. Let me just try a different template. So these are all the AI programs here. There's hundreds of them. But each one of these are a different AI program. So you can actually have the one that like Grok uses, but you have to pay to use that one. These are all the free ones. And some of these are good. Like you can make videos that transition style. That's quite nice actually. It's quite nice for transition. Look, these are all video ones, but I don't use video ones. Look at this one, it's squish. That's horrible, that. I hate that. Text to video. But I use image ones. You can even like set it for like an anime or something like that. Best viewers at Streamboo. Thank you, Streamboo. Flux. Have I got Flux too? Just try. I can accept the terms. Oh, what's this then? I hate the one where you got accept terms. Close all. Got 8 gigabytes on this. I don't understand this accept the terms. I never had this before. Maybe I should just update the thing program. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. I can't believe Z-Image or Z-Image Turbo is working. That one's the working one. Actually, we get rid of that one. Right, I know I've got that one templated in. Do you know what? I'm going to restart it because I'm going to get the update for it. Oh, it doesn't want to do the update now. Great. Ah, here we go. New update is ready to install. Computer has been okay. Oh. What's the point in having this if it doesn't do it? Ah. Install now. There we go. Install it. I only want to make a quick thing, but sometimes it's easier to do another program. You don't always get the best version of the AI on this. All right, let's go install new dependencies now. Right, well, I tell you, while that's doing that, let's go over to the recycling center because might as well just wait for this to carry on doing its ting. Oh, okay, there we go. It's done. It's done. That was a quick visit to the recycler. I didn't know how long it was going to take. Right, okay, it's done its thing. Let's go to the templates. Let's go to popular. Oh yeah, that's Z-Image Turbo. Image audio to video. That's quite cool. That's a clever one. Multiple character angles. I've never had much luck with the video ones. Music's cool. That is one I use. Image, popular. All right, okay, they're using this one. Image to text video. This is the most popular one at the minute. A lightweight 2B model that generates images from English. I do like this anime one. I have that one. All right, let's try. Oh no, it wasn't at the top. Yeah, well, you said Image Turbo. The UK Parliament sitting inside the House of Commons, and all the MPs are fighting and rioting. Let's go with that. See what that brings me out. Run. It's about, oh, let's get my music back on. Yep. Is it going to run? Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. It's on its way. So it's running very slow. Normally runs quicker than that. There we go. We're going to have something come up now. John Boy. I'm looking at Asus motherboards. They agree with water fan. Yeah, it's not so much the motherboard that agrees with the fan. It's the CPU that fixes onto it. What you need to worry about is what CPU you're getting. And then get the motherboard to go with that. So they're the two important things. What GPU you're buying, what CPU you're buying, and then you build around those two things. You don't build outside in, you build inside out on a PC. So you decide, oh, I'm getting an AMD, blah, blah, blah. I'm getting an Intel, blah, blah, blah. There's a good new Intel CPU out. I can't remember what it's called. But that's the only thing. Intel's got a terrible naming thing. But it runs on the older motherboards, which are cheaper, but it's almost as good as anything that's out, and it's only about 200 quid, the CPU. That's a really good deal. You'll have to look at okay, that's good enough. I can make something out of that. Alright, okay. Let's download that one. I've got where's this PC? Desktop. I'll see if I can add the text to it. And oh, well, let's change this now. What was it? The height was 5 something, wasn't it? What was that question I asked? 576. I'll have a look in a minute now to see what that CPU is. That Intel one is pretty good. Add the text. Prime Minister's questions. Okay. Second coffee, it's Core Ultra Series 4 Nova Lake. John, there's literally thousands of. Honest to God, it's like I wouldn't know what's what of the name of that. Right, what's that? Oh, the new Intel that's out. Is that what it's called? I don't know. No, it'll have a code name. It'll have a weird numbered name. As I go by the code names, or I'll have a look for it in a minute now. Depraved dogs, deprively jogs, whatever that. Despairing rivalry. Right, okay. Did I spell the word ministers? No, I put ministers, not minitors. Prime Minister's questions. I'm sure I spelled that right. Hold on. I can zoom in. Ministers. Yeah, ministers. Let's run it again. Oh, I spelled it right now. Prime Minister's questions. Inside the... I think the word is chamber. Chamber. Okay, right. Try running that one. Yeah, I searched. It said launching... out. Oh, 2026. Yeah, there is a new one. There's one out. There is one out. It only came out like last month. Because I know... Next Gamers Nexus did a review on it. Prime Ministers, look, Ministers questions. I can't spell the word ministers. Let's try make it simple. PMQs. PM. Right, let's run that. Why are they in a church? Okay. That'll do. Done. Right, that's my little picture done. Should we see if we can animate that? No, it's no point. It'll cook my graphics card. Right, let's see if we can find the thing for Johnny. Right, let's see if we can find while we're here. Help me now, chat. Doing things for chat. Gamers Nexus. Right. Let me just go to... They release a video every day, so bear with me. More or less every day. Oh, here we go. This is it. Intel 250K. I think it's this one.
Alright, Intel has a CPU. It's a $200 CPU. It's called the Ultra 5 250K Plus, the 250KP as we're calling it. And there's some software that you need to use with it called the Intel Platform Performance Package, or as I've been calling it, Intel's PP package. Now, the Intel PP package isn't too big. It's only about 100 megabytes, but it does seem to get the job done for Intel. When we were testing Intel's PP package, I'm not sure why my team kept laughing like every single time I was asked. But 85K, the trails.
So just to put it into context, it's going above the 5600X3D. That's a really good gaming CPU. So yeah, and that's in Dragon's Dogma 2. It's actually almost as good as the 5800X3D, which is a great gaming CPU. Now I'm trying to find where mine is on this list. Yeah, so it's even better than my 5700X3D, look. And I paid, what did I pay for mine? I paid over 200 for mine. So if you can get this, so that's what it's called, an Intel Core Ultra 5 250K Plus. and you have to run this piece of software with it, apparently called PPP. But the benchmarks for it are really good, and even if Steve says actually this is a really good CPU, it's got really good video editing things on it as well. Here we go. Let me see if I can find the video editing. That's more or less video editing. So this is Blender. Smaller is better. So low, higher. Well, everything on this higher up the top, higher up is better. And mine comes in here at 57, 70 there, 14.4. This CPU does it in 9.2 seconds, much quicker. Think of it like running a race. That's an amazing CPU for its price. And these are all the gaming benchmarks here. Let's take a game, Baldur's Gate. Let's take something like Outer Worlds. Again, it's beating the CPU I've got in mine. Let's see if there's any more. DaVinci Resolve, it's a video editing. It's beating mine on there. That's actually a really good CPU, this Intel Core 5 250K. It's weird, isn't it? It's a weird name. So we just read his conclusions.
It is unfortunately arriving pretty late in the cycle for these motherboards, in that these are probably the last or some of the last CPUs that you'll see in the platform. Maybe they'll do one more refresh or something, but it looks like this is probably the end of the line for the 1851 motherboards. And
so there we are. He's telling you what motherboards. 1851 motherboards. So let's have a look how much you can get them for. 1851 Mobos. Intel LG 51 motherboards. Let's take that. Copy it. Let's go over to Amazon. Boom. Paste. Return. So, shit, that's an expensive one. 150 quid. Thing is, can you find the actual CPU? That's the main thing. Oh, they're not cheap, the motherboards, actually. They're quite pricey. But they're known as, what are they known as? B860s. So that's what they call, not 580s or anything like that. It's B860s. 1851. You've got to make sure that it's that socket. But I'm not telling you to grab that. I'm just saying that this is like, for the price, that's a really good CPU for video editing, gaming, blah, blah, blah. Not as good as a 9800 X3D, but a 9800 X3D is going to cost you 400 to 500 quid. This CPU is going to cost less than £200. And it's pretty much up there with it. Fucking hell, look at that for a board, man. Oof. Oof. That's a thing of beauty, that is. That is a thing of beauty. But look how much, 308 quid. That's the only problem. Sometimes the Intel motherboards can be quite expensive. You can save on the chips, but you pay more on the motherboard. That's the only thing. And these are last generation motherboards. So you've got to be careful of that. And again, that's the problem. That's the only complaint I'd have with Intel, is the naming of them is very hard to work out or remember which is which. That's an interesting style. I like that style. It's expensive though, isn't it? 230 quid. Like, is that a 1.8? What was it? A 1.8 thing? You've got to write all these down to make sure you get the right. Oh yeah, LG 1851. That's it. See, that's a horrible thing to try and remember, that code. LGA 1851. This doesn't fit well in one's mind. Whereas AM4, that's easy to remember. 3 letters. Well, three figures, isn't it? AM4, AM5, AM6 will be the next one. Whereas 1851, like, what was that? It sounds like a fucking date for someone got elected, doesn't it? What they should do is get rid of the 1851, go with LGA and go LGA 2 series, LGA 3 series, LGA 4 series. That's the problem with Intel. They got terrible naming. I put an AM5 in the search. Yeah. Yeah, well, AM5 is for AMD. This is Intel. But let me just see if we can find this particular CPU. Intel Core. Let me just see if I can find the oh, here we go. Intel, they have got it here on Amazon. Intel Core for 200. Yeah, I see. So it is only 205 quid. I think this is the same one. I mean, someone notable arrival. Yeah, 187 quid. Look, that's actually a really good CPU. Like phenomenal, and then to drop, like to literally come out of the gate and be that good, because over time they'll put updates to make it even more efficient. So it's called the 250K Plus. And what you do is you run this PPP software on it. Let me just read. I think it's got lots of cores on this as well. Yeah, 18 cores in it. That's quite mental, that is. They do this weird thing. Oh, 24 cores. It's got 8 P cores, which are like they're the gaming cores. And then you got 16 E cores, which like do shit in the background. That's an interesting setup. It's a well-designed processor, that. If I were to build a PC today, I'd be putting one of these in it, not an AMD in it. If I was to build an Intel build, I'd put one of these in. For the price to performance, this is unbeatable. You can get the CPU I've got. Let me see if I can find it. AliExpress. CPU I've got for, sometimes you can get it for around 200 quid, which again, that's a good deal, but you've got to order it from China. Yeah, it's gone back up. No, that's the 9800 X3D. They might have sold them all. They were on here selling them at one time. AMD 7800 X3D. They've gone back up in price, back to 288 quid. Yeah. When they were down at 200 quid, they were a good deal. See, and don't forget that one, this other one I was showing you, this one is actually performing better than this one. And this one's nearly 300 quid. So you can just see why the price to performance value. You got to look out for that. I mean, you can spend whatever you want on a PC. You can just like throw money at it left, right and centre. But what you really want to do is try to balance your price you pay to the performance the PC gets. Anywho, right. That's just a little bit of, I mean, I'm not telling you what to, maybe go with AMD, maybe don't go with AMD. Intel is the longer running company though. And they have been known to have good software. Good, like, although they've had a couple of issues the last few years, which knock them really hard. 5 years ago, Intel was like the master of PCs. The last 5 years has been an absolute disaster for them. So this CPU coming out, they really needed to get something right for a change. So hopefully, but like I say, this LGA 1851, like Steve says, that's an older socket, but it's on a PCI 5.0. So it means you can get quite a nice motherboard. And I think with the with these motherboards, sometimes that you can swap DDR4, DDR5. I'm not sure about this. I'm not 100% queued up on. No, they all seem to be DDR5. Okay. Some Intel you can put either or. You can put DDR4 and DDR5. Not together, but you have a choice of both RAMs. But because at the moment it's cheaper to buy DDR4. But no, these are all DDR5 on that particular socket. It's quite a nice board. Oh, that's what you've been looking at, I think, John, wasn't it? I think you've looked at this one, haven't you? Is this the one you sent me a picture of? Something like that, wasn't it? E5E. That's an AM4, that is. I think it's an AM4. I don't think that's Intel. Because the B5. This is the code, see? The B850. Yeah, that's a Ryzen board. I thought so. I think the code for these is either Z890 or 1851. Are they the right sockets? 1851. Yeah, 860. So B860 and B850. So the 860s is Intel and the 850s are AMD. B860s, yeah. That's a nice board. Oh, look at how many that's equivalent of the board I've got, actually. It's very similar. That's a good video editing board because it's got 4 full slots in it. Sometimes you have to look at the reviews as well. 860. How much do they want for that one? 200 quid. Oh, it's a little one, isn't it? Look, it's a tiddler. If you want to make a small build. Fucking want a lot of money for that. Oh, Hungry Planet's in. I didn't hear the thing go. My chat go. It's funny that sometimes it does, sometimes it bleeps, sometimes it doesn't. How are you, Hungry Planet? You okay? Sorry I didn't say hello as soon as you come in. So I'm looking at stuff for trying to help John Boy. He's consumed at the moment. Hey, Dustin's in as well. Yeah, sorry, I was John Boy's trying to build a PC. I'm just trying to help give him some markers on the way. Just explain that the best. So you should always like build your PC around your main components, so your CPU and your GPU. So when you build a PC, know which CPU you're buying, know which GPU roughly that you want. So then you can then like start buying your motherboard, your power supply to match what you're going to need. Rather than buying your case, your motherboard, and then thinking, oh, I'm going to stick this CPU in. You can do it that way, but you could, like, especially if you buy your power supply first, and then all of a sudden you think, oh, I want this GPU, and it's like, oh, shit, I need a different power supply to run that GPU. But yeah, it's gone back up in price to 7800 X3D. Right, okay, that's that out of the way. What should we do? Should we play a game? Should we play a game? What should we play? Let's play a game, right? Let's get the music back on. No worries, mate. Yeah, sorry, I was getting well in there. I can hear the bleep now. What should we play? Hey, it's Don. Don is in the house. Hope you had a good birthday yesterday, Don. What should we play? What shall we play? I mean, it's not as if I'm short. Not as if I haven't got any games to play. I've got too many games. That's the problem. Let's grab the controller. Taking a long time to load my Steam in. Right, we will be going over the Prime Minister's questions at 12 o'clock today. Oh, I need to sort that out, don't I? Oh, wait there. Before I go anywhere, let me just get rid of that a minute. Oh, wait there. They've actually got a YouTube channel. Ah, good. We're ready on the Prime Minister questions. Okay, good. Don Dusty D in the house. Oh, they got a deal on that? No. I was playing this game the other day. It's called Wrestle Quest. That's actually, I should have played a bit of it over the weekend. Quite a fun game. It's like the old style Final Fantasy game, but wrestling. So you like have like turns for your moves. Can't play the council. Can't play that. That was a free game. Don't forget, there's free games in the store, by the way, as well. Let me just. There's 2 free games. Legends of Keepers is there. It's normally a 16 quid game. And Sentence, the Android's Tale, normally $4.29. Probably absolute slop, that one, but I know Legends of Keepers is a proper game. I think it's got quite good reviews as well. Look, very positive, mostly positive, so that's pretty good for a free game. Again, it's set out like a Final Fantasy game. It looks quite good, actually. Yeah, so don't forget to grab them. Oh yeah, I want to check out this game. Let's check out this. A demo of this. It's not the full game. Let's go check out. I wanted to play this Fumes because it was on a deal the other day. So I love old games like Twisted Metal and Vigilante 8. I used to love those games. Well, this is like a modern take. Hold on a minute. Let me just. Okay, let's go back to the game. I'm already liking the looks of this. It's got like retro style graphics. Oh shit, yeah, look, I'm already in it. Right, left trigger to drive. What was LB? Fucking it's loud, I know that much. Jesus. Let me pause a minute. I need to change my mouse settings. I'm using mouse without borders, which messes with a lot of games. Connect that, apply. Very close. Okay, right. Let me just turn the sound down a bit on it. This was a great game. Yeah, well, this is why I wanted to play this. Right, let me get my other mouse. Right, here we go. Shall I press the wrong button? Fucking hell, still loud. How loud do they want to make a game? Jesus. Right, so I'm playing with the OBS. Oh yeah, you got missiles. Right, okay, we killed them. Got no idea where I'm going. Oh wait, there's red dots on the radar. Expirator. It's a bit like Robot War, isn't it? Oh, I thought I killed him. Whoa, no I haven't. Oh shit, there's a road. You won't escape. The Reaper comes. Oh, look out. I've nearly got him. Ah, get fucked, bitch. I love the old style TV screen as well. I hope that's not just the demo. I hope the demo's a little bit longer. Oh, look, there's pyramids in the distance. This is a pretty cool game. Scrapper, what was that? Are you mad? They are enraged. You don't realize what's coming. Oh shit, it's like a sandstorm. Oh, watch out, it's rocks. Oh. Holy shit. Whoa. Whoa. Your doom shall come. What a great game. Oh, it's like a motorbike. And I'm doing literally no damage to it. Hey there is something wrong with your ride. You left a huge oil slick before all of this started. Let's get out of here. Oh shit. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. I wasn't even touching it. I'm shooting the living shit out of that. It's like taking no health off it. Maybe this is like a prologue. Maybe I wasn't supposed to kill it. I swear, it set out like a little horror film, that wasn't it? Baron. Baron Trump. Whoa, 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 it's making me feel sick. I was a prologue. Oh, you're still. You're just as the passenger. We've collected some of your loot scrap. Let me bring some shine to that rust, fellow yellow compass marker. I'll follow the yellow compass marker. Okay. Alright. I got chased down this thing, have I? Well, I got to drive into the back of it. Ask to stop, honk twice. Okay, that's one way of getting in it. So you got to now, like, do up your car. Right, okay. Well, I didn't do anything to it, but... Alright, okay, it automatically geared me back up with my old stuff. Let's go and bring us more. Okay, right, so, okay, this is the actual game now. That was just like a prologue at the start. Right, I take it we've got to go towards the complete activities to unlock boss fights. Achievement, what was that? I thought I've got an achievement. I haven't bought the game. I'm only playing the demo, mate. Shit, look at this place. And he got turbo. Oh shit. That's like PCs from the 1980s. All purple. Oh. Oh, right. Okay, that wasn't a boss. That's like some sort of fire. What is that? Do I go in it? I risk it? Oh shit. Okay, they're like arenas then. That's what they are. Okay. Oh god, more coming. No, I don't want any more. Yeah, I suppose we just earned auto shell gun. Nice. A better suspension. And a cargo rack. Oh, and some more suspension. And some junk wheels. Right, so now we've got to go back to the truck, haven't we? To install them. Oh shit, look at that. I'm not fighting that. But let's put on my new... I got new suspension here somewhere. Yeah. What was the guns? Oh yeah, baby. I think that was more or less, is it? Wheels. Oh shit. Okay, you must feel more powerful now, right? We need collected what we could if you need it. Yeah. Look at this thing. That's got to be a boss, surely, is it? Oh, there's scrap on the outside of it. Oh shit. Oh shit, I better get out of here. Oops. I didn't mean to shoot you. Let's go and fight whatever's in this battle. Yeah, so this is just a demo of Steam off a game that's out. It's normally, I think it's no, when it's on a deal, it goes for like a 10 quid. A crazy ass game. I'll play it for about 10 more minutes. Whoa, 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 you're behind me. So it's like Twisted Metal, but RPG, open world. And it's even got like the Twisted Metal graphics. What the hell is this thing? Whoa, that's not good. Right, what did I earn this time? We earned a level. We've already got one of them. We earned, yeah, we got that already. Automat. Monster 01 tires. Okay. Maybe I need to put the tyres on. Shit, we need to repair this car. Look at the state on it. Missed. Not the easiest to control on this either. Let's slow it down. There we go. Suspension. Ah, okay. Yeah, we got those two. Where's the... I can't seem to find where the tyres are. Oh right, you can come. Oh right. Okay. Roof lamps. No, don't go. Bit wrong button. I can upgrade it. Oh wait, there, wheels. Oh, that was the wheels. Oh, there they are. Okay, that's the wheels. Monster wheels. But okay, I think I'm fully upgraded now. Right, what's the purple thing? That's got to be a boss fight, isn't it? Yeah, get off my lawn. Woohoo! Fly. Oh, okay, I think in the demo it just keeps giving me the same shit. I want to know how to get to this monster truck. There we go. This has got to be a boss fight, surely. Call the boss. Here he comes. Oh, well, they're not bosses. Here he is. Borwick. Borwick. Oh, he's not the only one, though. Whoa, shit. Oh, you bastards. Enough of this, you're scrapped. Oh. I need to get rid of these guys. They're pecking me off. Oh, we nearly got him. Oh. God. Got him. So do we get his body now? We do. We do get the body. Nice. And a shell gun. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. And a skin. And another skin. And 7 new stickers. What? Where's my... So let's get this new body on. Oh, stop doing donuts. I thought I saw the thing. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Nice, new body. Gotta be stocks. Oh, okay. I'm not allowed the auto shell. I am allowed the auto shell. Oh shit, I can have a secondary weapon. Look at that. Let's go with this one. Yeah, that'll do. Parts, so we've got all the parts. Gonna have the skin. Progress. Oh, we're good. But all right, Beetlejuice. We got to kill Beetlejuice. Okay. That's it. Nice. Yeah, we got double trouble now. Oh, there are just random other. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's not very fast though, this car. What's the bus? Ah. Oh, I think that thing is the... What's the settings on this anyway? Display. Yeah, that's fine. What's the graphics? Oh, yeah. Oh wow, you can literally run this on anything. Like I'm running it on Ultra, it's literally using nothing. What does the lowest setting look like? Eco-friendly. Oh, you can change the full retro. Oh, look at that. Oh, that looks quite nice. Clean graphics. Let's go full retro. And we've gone lowest possible graphic settings. Oh yeah, that's proper like playing your PlayStation now. That's mad looking. Right, okay, and let's do the opposite way around now. Let's clean ultra. Okay. Back. And that's the highest graphics setting. And even that looks quite nice. Shit, that does look clean. Seven miners and hijack. We've got hijack. How are we going to do that? Woohoo! How do we hijack this? Oh shit. I got him? Nice. Are you friendly? I think you just kill everything in this game. You sure about this? Yeah. Might get out. Where's the next boss? What's the portal about then? Oh, the Parliament thing is starting in a minute. No cargo detected. Okay, so where you dump stuff off to. Oh shit, look at that, you can see the worlds from up here. Right, let's go over to the that's pretty good actually, that's a pretty fun game.
Million on more politicians, tens of millions on a default 20-mile-per-hour speed limit, and vanity embassies abroad, and millions on...
Right, it's not quite started. Prime Minister questions haven't started yet.
Speaker, these are not the priorities of struggling families. Will the Secretary of State finally condemn the wasteful spending of taxpayers' money and admit these schemes do not address the cost of living crisis in Wales?
Well, Mr. Speaker, I'm really surprised that the honourable member has raised the issue of the expansion of the Senedd, because the accepted rationale of those who support...
Oh, they're talking about our part of the world.
...because it was necessary to improve scrutiny of the Welsh Government. What a terrible indictment of the inadequate performance of her party, whose job it has been, as the opposition in the Senedd for the last 27 years, to carry out that scrutiny.
There's Savile Roberts.
Iawn, Lefarydd. Families in Wales under Labour are struggling. Inflation on bills, wages flatlining, and childcare costs are higher there than anywhere else in the UK. Plaid Cymru's universal childcare offer would be a game changer. At full rollout, this universal offer will be worth more than £30,000 per child, and it has been independently assessed as both affordable and deliverable. Does she recognise how Labour's chronic lack of ambition are keeping families in Wales in poverty?
Plaid's manifesto, and specifically their childcare policy that she refers to, exposes the fact that they are not on the side of working people in Wales. They're not serious about tackling the cost of living. The Institute for Fiscal Studies has been clear that Plaid would have to make spending cuts or raise taxes to pay for their unfunded manifesto pledges. And that's at a time when families are dealing with the cost of living.
Wait a minute, I'm just grabbing
taxes and slashing spending on child poverty, which will make families worse off. Families in Wales deserve better than a manifesto of economic fiction.
Good.
The Secretary of State's tight-lipped quibbling is just an excuse, a shadow of an apology for what her party has failed to do for being in power for the last 27 years. And it's no surprise to anybody that voters are ready for a change. Last night's YouGov poll shows that Plaid Cymru and Reform UK are neck and neck in Wales, with Labour trailing far behind. Will she accept that a vote for Labour on May the 7th risks handing power to Reform?
There we go, just updating my
will wreck our
thumbnail.
NHS and recognise that
Oh, that was stretch. Takes quite a while to update your thumbnail on Rumble. Oh shit.
Question for Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Creating high-quality jobs across Wales is a priority for this government. Wales is now punching above its weight in attracting investment, with 65 new foreign direct investment projects creating nearly 2,500 jobs in 2024 to 2025. That includes over 500 jobs in...
Let me turn the sound up as well.
Knauf Insulation and Kellogg's, alongside hundreds more in South Wales, driven by Vichy's 200
Right, they're talking about Wales for some
million
reason.
Semiconductor cluster investment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, one of the issues which sets Labour apart from the parties opposite is the sheer number of jobs, new jobs we are creating in priority areas like tech, like defence and our green industries. In constituencies like mine in Enfield North, across Wales and the rest of the UK. So can the Secretary of State update the House on the new jobs being created
She's talking about
in
Wales, but she's got an
and the
England flag on.
opportunities this will provide for every family?
And she's from Enfield, which has got nothing to do
I
with
thank
Wales.
my honourable friend for recognising the scale of opportunities and new
Get the
jobs
fuck out
this
here.
government is creating creating in Wales and across the UK. So whether it's 3,000 jobs in new nuclear, 5,000 jobs in floating offshore wind, 8,000 jobs in our 2 AI growth zones, 12,000
AI
jobs
growth
in our
zones. Oh yeah, we know how good AI is.
£14 billion commitment for Welsh Rail, and 25,000 jobs in our free ports and investment zones. We are delivering generational change for people in Wales.
Rebecca Smith.
Mr. Speaker, in Wales, the South West and across the UK, nearly 1 million young people are not in education, employment or training. Labour's jobs tax, failed welfare reforms and damaging energy policies will worsen this crisis. Does the Minister recognise that when the Labour government's first response to any crisis is to tax business, they stop hiring, and it is young people in Wales who suffer most?
The Honourable Lady might like to know that unemployment in Wales is lower than the UK average and has fallen from this time last year. Youth unemployment is also lower than the UK average, and it shows that our plan to boost the Welsh economy is working. We're creating jobs, helping people into jobs right across Wales.
Show Secretary of State Mims Davies.
The bedrock of our country's defence rests on our crucial membership of NATO. The defence industry in Wales employs more than 15,000 people, well-paid and important roles. Yet the separatists Plaid, along with the Greens, oppose full membership of this deterrent, whilst Reform bizarrely claim all sorts of things like blaming NATO for provoking war in Ukraine. Mr. Speaker, will the Secretary of State stand up for NATO, more Welsh defence jobs and for the thousands in Welsh communities that rely on growing employment in this crucial sector?
That's exactly what we're doing, Mr. Speaker. I refer the Honourable Lady to the answers given on the questions relating to defence earlier in this session.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Question number 5, please.
The Prime
Right, it won't be
Minister
long
has
now before
announced
this
a generational
starts.
funding commitment to
4
Welsh
more
Rail
minutes.
and a pipeline of projects valued at
We'll
£40
stay with
billion. This long-term plan will transform
They're talking about
connectivity
wasting
across
our
Wales,
money again.
and we will deliver at pace, building on the strong start of at least £445 million of investment secured at the spending
Right,
review.
I'm going to go and grab a quick coffee. I'll leave this running for a
Thank you,
minute.
Mr. Speaker, and I thank my honourable friend for that answer. The UK Labour government's generational commitment to a £14 billion pipeline of rail projects in every part of Wales is a clear demonstration of what can be achieved when 2 Labour governments are working together, and the investment from the spending review has resulted in upgrades at Cardiff West Junction, which is set to double City Line services, benefiting stations in my constituency. But incredibly, Plaid have promised to tear up this much-needed plan and start again. So would the Minister update the House and myself on the impact Labour's rail investment for Wales will have for my constituents and for the people of Wales?
Can I thank my honourable friend for pointing this out? The UK and Welsh Labour government's £14 billion plan for rail unlocks and delivers the transport network that Wales needs and deserves, bringing 12,000 jobs, boosting our economy and making journeys faster and more frequent. And there is a plan of 43 projects for every corner of Wales, including burn stations in the southeast, electrification to Holyhead, the Swansea Metro, the Marches Line, while parties opposite want to put these plans on hold. The reality is our 2 Labour governments are working together to deliver transformational change for the people of Wales.
And Davies.
Diolch yn fawr, Mr Llefarydd. Labour Senedd manifesto makes no mention of the billions of HS2 funding owed to Wales. Welsh Labour have given up on the argument, as the Secretary of State did after she took office. HS2 no longer exists, were her words. Can the Minister please explain why Wales isn't having fair funding for rail?
I don't know if the member opposite heard my answer just now, talking about £14 billion of commitment across Wales, which the party opposite, and I'm sure she doesn't agree with her party's plan to rip up this £14 billion commitment to rails, robbing Wales and our communities of a generation of rail investment, connecting communities and delivering jobs right across Wales.
Catherine Vokes.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Question 6.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This government is creating tens of thousands of high-quality jobs across Wales, from offshore wind in the Celtic Sea, nuclear power at Wilver, AI growth zones, free ports, investment zones, rail enhancements, a defence growth deal and the steel strategy. Our vision for economic growth in Wales is unashamedly ambitious and is already delivering results.
Folks.
I was pleased to see the Secretary of State and the First Minister launch the Local Growth Fund in Wales this week and to boost jobs and investment in local economies. This is on top of the local Welsh placemaking grant funding and the UK Government's Pride in Place funding, which gives £1.5 million to my constituency, which will improve 6 Monmouthshire towns. Will the Secretary of State update the House on how our two Labour governments are working together to invest in our Welsh communities?
My honourable friend, Mr. Speaker, is right. My honourable friend is right that this Labour government's over £500 million local growth fund will fuel economic growth in every corner of Wales. It will support people to start and to grow their businesses. It will help people to secure new skills and jobs. It will revitalise Welsh communities. And it's a great example of what can be achieved with two Labour governments working together.
One way to support growth in Wales and indeed in Shropshire is to support the Wrexham, Shropshire and Midland Railway Company open access application to the Office and Rail and Road. So would the Secretary of State make a commitment today, similar to that of the Transport Secretary, that the government will not get in the way of this application and allow growth in both Shropshire and in Wales and in the border market towns?
I have to apologise to the honourable member.
still
I didn't
talking
hear the
about
first
Wales?
part of his question, but I'm very happy to chat with him afterwards, or if he writes me, and I'll give him a full answer.
Oh yeah, there he is. There's Keir's in.
Before we come to Prime Minister's questions, may I
Here we
extend
go,
a warm
PMQs,
welcome
let's
to the
go.
Speaker of the Latvian Parliament and her delegation who are with us in the gallery today. We now come to questions to Prime Minister Mike Wood.
Question 1, Mr. Speaker.
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, Queen Elizabeth II devoted her life to public service. As we mark the 100th anniversary of her birth, I'm delighted her extraordinary reign will be marked by a permanent memorial. Mr. Speaker, in recent days, we've seen a series of despicable anti-Semitic arson attacks. With additional funding to deploy specialist officers, a fundamental reset of how we counter extremism, an action to tackle the poison of anti-Semitism in our schools, our colleges and the NHS. We will do everything in our power to keep British Jews safe. And I'm sure the whole House will join me in standing with our Jewish community. There is no place in British life for anti-Semitism. Mr. Speaker, today my thoughts are also with the family of Stephen Lawrence, murdered in a racist attack 33 years ago today.
Are we still talking about
We
that?
honour his legacy in the fight against racism
They're still
and
talking about
providing
Stephen
opportunity
Lawrence, right?
for every young person.
But there's like
Mr. Speaker,
7
this
or 8
morning I had
black
meetings
kids
with
getting
Minister
stabbed
O'Connor
up in
and others.
London every day
In addition
now.
to my duties in this House, I shall have further such meetings later today.
Like one of the biggest.
Can the Prime Minister
Nothing
deny
big as ever.
that Downing Street considered appointing Matthew Doyle to a diplomatic position?
And when you look into it, I don't even think it was
Mr.
a racist
Speaker, Matthew
attack.
Doyle worked for
They
many
just
years
attacked
in
him. They
public
didn't like
service,
him.
for me as Prime Minister and other ministers. When people leave roles in any organisation, there are often conversations about other roles they want to apply for, but nothing came of this.
Today marks the murder, the racist murder of my friend's brother, Stephen Lawrence. Tomorrow is St George's Day. Does my right honourable friend agree with me that now, more than ever, we need to tell the story, the positive story, of Englishness, founded in who we are and not of who the far right would like us to be?
Can I thank him for raising this? Of course, it was 33 years ago
It's phony
today
stuff.
that awful murder
It didn't happen.
took place. Mr. Speaker, I'm proud to have worked alongside Baroness Lawrence for many years now. She is an incredibly courageous and inspiring campaigner, notwithstanding all of the injustices that have been thrown in the last 33 years. We do celebrate St George's Day, we fly our flag, we celebrate this country's values of service, generosity and respect. They, Mr Speaker, are English values, which is why I love this country so much. There are those that seek to divide us, who tell us people are not welcome and try to rip our communities apart. We will never let them, Mr Speaker. We stand together united and against any challenges that we may face.
Kevin Bear, not the leader of the opposition.
Here come the harder questions.
Does the Prime Minister stand by his statement at the dispatch box on the 10th of September last year?
She doesn't wear a necklace,
that full
does she?
due process was followed in the appointment of Peter Mandelson as our ambassador to Washington.
Bit of a pearl necklace or something.
Yes, I do. Mr Speaker, let me make clear at the outset that the appointment itself was a mistake. It was my mistake. I've apologised to the victims for it, and I do so again. What I set out to the House on Monday is that Foreign Office officials granted security clearance to Mandelson against the recommendation of UK security vetting. Yesterday, Sir Ollie Robbins was asked if he shared that decision with me, Number 10, or any other ministers. He gave a clear answer, no. Mr Speaker, that puts to bed all the allegations levelled at me by those opposite in relation to dishonesty. Last week they were all saying that it must have been shared with me. Sir Ollie was very clear yesterday it was not. I believe not sharing it was a serious error of judgment. That information should have been shared with me and other ministers. And if it had have been, Mandelson would not have been committed to post.
Mr Speaker, it does not put to bed anything. On the 11th of November 2024, long before any vetting had happened, the Prime Minister received advice from Simon Case, the then Cabinet Secretary. The advice said the appointment would require, and I quote, the necessary security clearances before confirming the Prime Minister's choice. This advice was ignored. So how can the Prime Minister still believe that confirming Mandelson before the security clearances was following full due process?
Yeah, we have quotas over here as well.
Mr Speaker, this was looked into by Sir Chris Wormald. I asked him to review the appointment process, including the vetting. He confirmed, Mr Speaker, his words, appropriate processes were followed. She's put great weight on the order of events. I remind her what Sir Chris said last November in evidence to the House. He said this, and I quote, when we are making appointments from outside the civil service, the normal thing is for security clearance to happen after appointment, but before the person signs a contract and takes up post. That is what happened in this case. Sir Ollie Robbins himself, Mr Speaker, also gave evidence, and he said, and I quote, as is normally the case with external appointments in his department, the appointment was made subject to obtaining security clearance. Mr Speaker, on top of that, Sir Ollie Robbins has made clear that the fact that developed vetting was after the announcement made, in his words, no material difference to the conclusion that was reached. And Mr Speaker, I add this, that what Sir Ollie Robbins wrote to the committee yesterday was this, and I quote, when the Prime Minister informed the House that the proper process had been followed in respect of national security vetting, he was correct.
It's very interesting that he mentions Chris Wormald. He is relying on advice given to him after Mandelson was sacked by a Cabinet Secretary the Prime Minister then sacked. That is not relevant. I'm talking about the advice he was given before the appointment. He keeps mentioning Sir Ollie Robbins. Sir Ollie Robbins told us that the Prime Minister even sought clearance from His Majesty the King before the vetting. He'd already got agreement from the US administration. The chair of the Select Committee said that. Mandelson was a done deal. Yesterday, Sir Ollie Robbins said that the focus was on getting Mandelson out to Washington quickly. He said the Prime Minister's team showed a dismissive attitude to vetting. And they even argued Peter Mandelson didn't need any vetting at all. Yeah. This clearly wasn't proper process. Why was due process not followed?
Yeah. Well, Mr. Speaker, let me deal with this directly, particularly this question of pressure in relation to the decision to appoint and to put into post Peter Mandelson. So Ollie Robbins could not have been clearer in his evidence yesterday. He said this, I didn't feel under pressure personally in terms of my judgment. His words. Mr. Speaker, he went on to say, I have complete confidence that recommendations to me and the discussions we had and the decision we made were rigorously independent of any pressure. Mr. Speaker, on top of that, he was asked if any conversations led him to believe that Mandelson needed to take up the role regardless of vetting outcome. He said, I can say with certainty it was never put to me in that way. No pressure existed whatsoever in relation to this case. What is unacceptable is that the recommendation of UKSV was not given to me before Mandelson took up his post.
Mr. Speaker, we all heard what Sir Ollie Robbins said yesterday. The fact of the matter is that the Prime Minister spent a lot of time telling us just how furious he was to learn that Mandelson failed the vetting, the same Prime Minister who was trying to get into Washington without any vetting at all. It's just unbelievable. The reason the Cabinet Secretary advised the Prime Minister to carry out full vetting before the appointment, this is common sense, Mr. Speaker, carry out full vetting before the appointment, was to protect our national security. The due diligence document said Mandelson remained on the board of the Kremlin-linked defense company Sistema long after Putin's first invasion of Ukraine in 2014. The Prime Minister told us on Monday that he'd read that due diligence report. Why did the Prime Minister want to make a man with links to the Kremlin our ambassador in Washington?
Well, Mr. Speaker, let me deal with the first allegation she put in that question. It was always the case that would be developed vetting in this case. That was the understood process. That was carried out. It was reviewed by Sir Chris Wormold, and he said it was the appropriate process. Sir Ollie was absolutely clear that nobody put pressure on him to make this appointment, either, whatever the sequence, or developed a vetting. Bye-bye. In relation to what was in the due process, any issues of national security are dealt with in the developed vetting process. I knew that. Peter Mandelson received clearance through that process. The problem was, as I said to the House, I was unaware that UKSV recommended against clearance. That is information that should have been brought to my attention. Mr. Speaker, they recommended with red flags that there shouldn't be clearance, and it was high concern. That information should have been made available to me at the time and subsequently. The fact that it wasn't was a very serious error of judgment.
I don't know what planet the Prime Minister is on, Mr. Speaker. Appointing someone with known links to the Kremlin is not full due process. If anybody had brought that sort of name to me when I was a Secretary of State, I would have said, no way. The Prime Minister thought someone with Kremlin links was still probably okay, let's do some vetting. Why does this matter? He keeps leaning on Sir Ollie Robbins, a man he sacked. He keeps leaning on him. Sir Ollie Robbins said yesterday that Peter Mandelson was given access to highly classified briefings even before he'd received clearance. That was a clear national security risk. How can the Prime Minister still maintain that full due process was followed?
Mr. Speaker, as a member of the House of Lords and Privy Councillor, and in accordance with guidance, documentation could have been provided to him and
how
was
many other
provided
House of Lords or Lords are there?
Strap material comes after developed
Let's have a
vetting.
little.
But because
let's
he was a
have a
Privy
little
Councillor,
audit
he
of the
could have
House of
access
Lords.
to other material before
What they're doing,
developed
what the
vetting.
businesses are, what they're involved with, what countries
This
are
is
they
a joke.
sticking their
He
fingers
says a member
in.
of the House of Lords. Does he mean people like Matthew Doyle? I'm amazed. Yes, right. I am amazed at the level of chuntering from Labour MPs. He promised them probity. What he's given them is cronyism and an old boys' club where Matthew Doyle is being proposed as an ambassador. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Mr. Speaker, we all heard Sir Ollie Robbins' testimony yesterday. The head of the Foreign Office was sacked for the Prime Minister's own failings. His backbenchers know that is not fair. Even his most loyal cabinet members won't defend it. The Prime Minister did not follow the process the Cabinet Secretary set out in November 2024. He knows he did not follow due process, yet he told the House he had. Mr. Speaker, I cannot accuse the Prime Minister of deliberately misleading the House, but everyone can see what has happened here. This was not due process. Everyone knows the price of misleading the House. Will the Prime Minister finally take responsibility and go?
Well, Mr. Speaker, let's be absolutely clear. Before Mandelson took up his post, UKSV recommended with red flags that clearance should be denied, and there was high concern that was not brought to my attention or the attention of the Foreign Secretary at the time or subsequently is a very serious error of judgment, and anyone in my position would have lost confidence in the former Permanent Secretary. But, Mr. Speaker, the Leader of the Opposition claimed on Friday that Mandelson could not have been cleared against security advice. She was wrong about that. She said that ministers must have been told. She was wrong about that. She claimed there was deliberate dishonesty. She was wrong about that. Wrong. She rushed to judgment as she always did, just like the Iran war.
Army veterans criminally prosecuted for doing their job.
I was elected by the British people because they let the country down for 14 long years.
Being boiled alive in oil would be just too kind for
noise
this
they
guy.
make, nothing is going to distract me from delivering for our country.
In contrast to the preoccupations of the Leader of the Opposition, my constituents are more concerned with the NHS and waiting lists. Thanks to this government, across England, waiting lists are coming down. In my part of the country, waiting lists have fallen by 13,000 in the past year alone. After years of Tory failure, we're getting the NHS
to be
back
fair,
on
my
its
sister had
feet.
really good service yesterday.
Can the Prime Minister share with me what further plans we've got to get waiting lists down even more and to make sure that we've once again got a health service to be proud of?
Well, the party opposite should hang their heads in shame at the state they left our NHS in. And I'm proud that this Labour government is fixing our NHS across the country. Waiting lists, Mr. Speaker, the lowest for 3 years. Best A&E waiting times for 5 years. Fastest ambulance response times for half a decade. Cancer patients getting diagnosed in the shortest time on record. Lots done, more to do. That's why we're delivering neighbourhood health centres in every community to speed up care. We did that because we invested. What did they do? They broke the NHS and then they opposed the investment that we put in.
David, Leader of the Liberal Democrats.
Yeah, so if you've, I don't know, say you've got a heart problem, go on the waiting list and then see
with the comments of the Prime Minister on our wonderful late Queen. Can I also agree with him on the need to confront anti-Semitism wherever it is in our society, and also remembering Stephen Lawrence and his family? Mr. Speaker, I'm sure many of us in this House were shocked by the new revelations from Ollie Robbins yesterday. He said Number 10 told him to find a plum job for Matthew Doyle, another Labour crony friends with a convicted sex offender. Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister was asked on Monday whether Number 10 had proposed any political appointments other than Mandelson. Perhaps the last few hours have jogged his memory. Will he confirm today, did he know his office was lobbying for a diplomatic job for Matthew Doyle? And were they doing it on his authority?
Mr. Speaker, as I said earlier, Matthew Doyle worked for many years in public service, for me as Prime Minister and other ministers. When people leave roles in any organisation, there are very often conversations about other roles they may want to apply for. In this case, nothing came of it.
David,
Mr. Speaker, the House and the public watching will note the Prime Minister failed to answer my questions. But Mr. Speaker, the chaos in this government mustn't stop us from focusing on the cost of living crisis hitting our country. President Trump's idiotic war with Iran has already pushed up inflation in our country to 3.3%. And the Prime Minister knows there's far worse to come for the British people here on in. They need help now. So will the Prime Minister follow other countries and use the Treasury's extra revenues from higher fuel prices to cut rail and bus fares and slash prices at the pump by 12p a litre?
Mr. Speaker, everybody can see that the conflict is causing serious economic damage in this country and countries around the world. His claim of a windfall for the government are politically misleading and economically illiterate.
No, it's not. You are getting extra money because, like, more money we're paying at the pump, the more tax you're getting on it.
Mr.
It is a
Speaker,
windfall
poor
for-
housing and temporary accommodation is having a devastating impact on families, their
Absolutely.
life chances, our schools and communities.
If you're paying 8% tax on a pound, you're getting 80p. If you're paying 8% tax on £2, you're now getting £1.60, and that's more or less what's happening.
For Londoners, not private investors and landlords, including
Not
on the
quite as much
Billingsgate
as that, but
market
he's got an
site
extra
in my honourable
50p in
friends
every
Poplar
pound,
and
in every
Limehouse
litre spent at the pump.
I thank her for a question. We inherited a housing crisis in London, including record numbers of children living in temporary accommodation, because the party opposite failed to build the homes that we need. Mr. Speaker, we're building those homes, and I'm looking forward next week when Labour will deliver more security for tenants through our Renters' Rights Act. Can I commend Hackney Council, her council, on getting on with building affordable homes? What a stark contrast to the Green Party, who proposed 42,000 new homes across the capital and counting.
Mr Fenton Glenn, I'm glad you've found your feet because I could hear you shouting earlier, so we won't do it next week. Dr Ellie Chance.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister appointed Mandelson in a desperate and doomed attempt to pander to Donald Trump, despite knowing about his friendship with the paedophile Epstein and his links to foreign states. The Prime Minister resisted and then took a dismissive and extraordinarily incurious attitude to vetting, compromising national security. And now he's thrown a civil servant under the bus
I like
to
this
save his own
man's suit.
skin.
That's a nice suit, that is.
All this from a Prime Minister who pledged to restore trust and integrity in government, but who's repeatedly betrayed the trust of voters and let the country down. Does the Prime Minister not recognise that the best thing he can do to restore trust and integrity is to take true responsibility and resign?
It's going to be, that's what he's
Mr.
going to get
Speaker,
all
let
the
me
time
just
now.
correct what she
Resign,
said. There was no
resign,
dismissive
resign.
attitude to develop vetting. I knew the post was subject to develop vetting. It was subject to develop vetting. What didn't happen was I was told of the UK SV recommendation. That was a serious error of judgment. Had I been told, the appointment wouldn't have gone ahead.
Martin Rhodes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In my constituency of Glasgow North, local people in Somerston experiencing antisocial behaviour tell me that what makes the greatest difference is visible local police officers on the beat. However, since 2017, local police numbers in Glasgow have fallen by 9%, leaving 214 fewer local officers serving communities. Does the Prime Minister agree with me that visible local policing is essential to tackling antisocial behaviour and restoring confidence in our communities?
My honourable friend, Scotland deserves safer streets and more visible policing. In England and Wales, Mr. Speaker, Labour has put 3,000 more neighbourhood police officers on our streets, delivering a named police officer for every neighbourhood. The SNP government has already had 2 decades and record funding to invest in public services.
What's that now?
If they
What
knew
did
how
you have
do
to
it,
look
they'd have
up?
done it by now, but they haven't.
Yeah, I did say, yeah, when you go to the hospital, depending on what you want, you have to go on a waiting list.
We know that the Prime Minister has been playing fast and loose with the ministerial appointments in his chumocracy, so I want to ask him about the first one. Mr. Speaker, their boos mean nothing to me, Mr. Speaker. I've seen what makes them cheer. Yes. The Prime Minister, Jonathan Powell was appointed as the Prime Minister's special envoy to the British Indian Ocean Territories on the 6th of September, but throughout August, he held meetings with FCDO officials and was given access to classified information, including a meeting minute between the Prime Minister and the then Foreign Secretary sat next to him on the front bench today. So my question is very simple. When was Jonathan Powell appointed as the Prime Minister's special envoy to the British Indian Ocean Territory, and what security clearance did he have upon that appointment?
let me say that Jonathan Powell is doing an excellent job for this government. He is respected across the world and playing a significant part in dealing with the huge challenges that we face.
Jenny Riddle-Carpenter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Fertiliser prices are spiralling, and it's not just down to the war in the Middle East. It's also because of the choices of the previous Conservative government who let the UK's last ammonia plant based in Billingham close in 2023. They failed to see it as a nationally critical site that was critical to the UK's food production. And instead that we are now more reliant on volatile imports. If we don't tackle this head on, higher fertiliser costs will mean higher food prices in the UK. Can I ask the Prime Minister what this government is doing to support British farmers, and does he agree with me that all options to bring down the cost of fertiliser should be on the table, including securing British homemade ammonia once again in the UK?
Well, clearly the Middle East conflict is placing real pressure on farmers. That's why it's very important that we de-escalate. Today the UK is hosting military planners as work continues with France and other countries to help get the Strait of Hormuz open once the ceasefire holds. We've instructed the CMA to look more closely at fertiliser and red diesel to ensure farmers are getting a fair deal. We're overhauling regulations around fertiliser to diversify supply. On her particular case, we've also taken the decision to open the carbon dioxide plant in Teesside to protect supplies, because we will always act to secure our economy.
Richard Ford. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Leaders can delegate responsibility, but we cannot delegate accountability. Lord Carrington learned this in the army, and he lived it as Foreign Secretary when Argentina invaded the Falklands. In 1982, he held himself accountable for the failures of Foreign Office officials and resigned, even though he was later cleared of responsibility. Does the Right Honourable Member not believe in ministerial accountability?
Mr. Speaker, I've set out in terms what I wasn't told in relation to this process. It's clearly information that I should have been given. A UK SV recommendation with a double red flag should have been brought to my attention. It was a serious error of judgment that it wasn't, and anyone in my position would have taken exactly the decision that I took in relation to the Permanent Secretary.
Foxcroft.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Housing is one of the biggest issues in my constituency. Lewisham Council is working hard to improve this, bringing its housing stock back in-house. Non-decent homes have fallen from 1 in 4 to 1 in 10. The repairs backlog was reduced by almost 2/3, and call waiting times have fallen from 70 minutes to 4. However, leaseholders and those with cladding issues still need support. So can the Prime Minister update the House on what this government is doing in these two very vital areas?
Mr. Speaker, we're tackling the injustice of leaseholds and fixing building safety, as she rightly highlights. And I can thank her for campaigning on this over many, many years. Mr. Speaker, we're capping ground rents at £250 to cut costs for almost 4 million leasehold properties. We're investing over £5 billion to remove dangerous cladding, including over £1 billion for social housing. In Lewisham and across the country, I'm determined that everyone should have a safe and secure home.
Lincoln John.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Last Thursday, a man was arrested in Laleham in my Spelthorne constituency. He'd been approaching children at the primary school, having been warned by the police not to do so. He was taken into police custody, and after further examination, he was detained under the Mental Health Act. Unbelievably, he was living
I 100% agree there, Dustin.
HMO supported by the Home Office.
But this is how they are. It's not my fault, it's his fault. He's supposed to tell me.
Prime Minister,
chain of command,
who was responsible for the risk assessment that put him there? Was it the Home Office? Was it Spelthorne Borough Council? Who screwed up, and who can I hold accountable?
Can I thank him for his question? Obviously, this is a live police investigation, as he will appreciate, and I know the Asylum Minister is looking very closely at this case, and obviously I can provide him with any further information.
Oh, right, yeah, dodge the question, isn't it? Dodge the question.
I reassure him that all accommodation must meet contractual standards, and the Home Office works with the police to manage all sites safely. Local authorities are consulted prior to any accommodation being procured and can object to any proposal. And where there's strong evidence the site is not suitable, it will not proceed.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. One of the main concerns North Durham residents raise with me is the vitality of local high streets. So I'm delighted that in the last year, a series of new independent businesses has opened in Chesterley Street, Front Street. Willow's Bakehouse, Paper and Park Bookshop, Pretty Busy Blooms, Kira Sushi Restaurant, and just this weekend, the Black Rabbit Bar, which I'm looking forward to visiting. Will the Prime Minister join me in congratulating these new businesses and outline the measures he is taking to support further regeneration of our high streets?
I'm delighted to hear about the new businesses in his area. Our high street strategy, backed by £301 million, will set out further plans to rejuvenate high streets across the country. We are putting power into the hands of local communities through our Pride in Place scheme, Mr. Speaker, including £20 million for Stanley South in his constituency. That is only possible because his community has a hard-working Labour MP and a Labour government.
Colin Lockhart.
Are you with the creator? With a link and a thing.
Teddy Jackson.
Freemasonry. Well, thank you for the link. Are you with the creator?
From MLD.
That's a great
MLD is a
first
horrendous
impression,
condition that stole Teddy's ability to walk, talk and even smile. What makes this tragedy more profound is that here in the UK we have a treatment, we have a cure, but it's only effective if the condition is identified by the simple heel prick at birth and treated immediately, because when symptoms appear, it's too late. Just a few weeks ago, the UK Screening Committee recommended it remain excluded from the heel prick. So we have a treatment, we have a commissioned service in Manchester Royal Hospital, Children's Hospital, but yet children like Teddy are still dying prematurely. Prime Minister, despite all that's going on in the world, I know he is in politics to make a change. In Teddy's memory and in the memory of all those who have died prematurely, make the change and add MLD to the simple heel prick.
Well, I do remember her raising Teddy's case very well, and I'm very saddened to hear of his passing, and I think my thoughts, and I'm sure of the whole House, are with his family and his loved ones. And I will do precisely as she asks. I'll make sure that we look at this again in light of the information she's now given to me in the course of this session.
Birthday boy Oliver Wright.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And happy St George's Day for tomorrow too. In Burnley, Padiham and Briarfield, we have a large number of ex-industrial derelict land sites crying out for regeneration and redevelopment. They're blighting communities and many are a fire risk. Our area in Britain needs housing, social, affordable, family, aspirational. We have the sites if he has the will. So will he back my campaign for a new regeneration and house building programme for Burnley, Padiham and Briarfield, tackling these derelict sites to get us building, growing and housing local people?
Yeah. Can I start by wishing him happy birthday? And I'll make sure ministers meet him to hear more detail about his particular proposal. We are committed to delivering 1.5 million homes this Parliament. We're prioritising development of brownfield sites, ensuring default answer to brownfield proposals is a yes. We will go further and faster now. Our Planning and Infrastructure Act is now law, despite being opposed by every party opposite, a coalition of blockers.
Tessa Mann.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Prime Minister may be aware that in December, for the first time in over 3 decades, Defence Ministers met the families of those killed in the 1994 RAF Chinook crash on the Moluccan Tower. The Ministry of Defence promised, quote, ongoing dialogue with them. Is he also aware that despite receiving pages of new evidence presented at that meeting, which show the Chinook was not airworthy, the MOD chose not to keep its word and contacted instead the Press Association, saying no new evidence had been presented about the cause of the crash. The Prime Minister knows, because the families have written to him, as the MOD does too, the families are not seeking a public inquiry into the cause of the crash, but to know the reason why their loved ones were placed on board an aircraft, which, according to the MOD's own test pilots and engineers, was described as positively dangerous, unairworthy, and not to be relied on in any way whatsoever. And those are quotes. Will he agree to meet the families, to rebuild trust and to offer the promised dialogue the MOD clearly finds so difficult to achieve?
Can I thank her for raising this, and I will make sure this is looked at again in light of what she's raised just a moment ago, and I'll make sure that the families get the relevant meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Between 2010 and 2024, the number of children living in poverty increased by 700,000, with Tower Hamlets having one of the highest rates in the country. This Labour government's child poverty strategy will lift over 500,000 children out of poverty. But given the economic pressures caused by external shocks and its impact on the cost of living, there's a long way to go. Does the Prime Minister agree that the government should also look at setting a clear target to end child poverty for good?
Can I start by thanking her for a long record campaigning against child poverty? Child poverty stifles opportunity. It makes it harder for kids to get on in life. And we, this government, will not stand by. This is a moral mission for this government. We will make sure that no child or family is left behind through lifting the two-child cap, expanding free school meals, free breakfast clubs, extending free childcare.
Breakfast
More
club.
than 6,000 children
It was already in place.
will
That was.
benefit from the action that we're taking. And what would tourism reform do? They would plunge those children straight back into poverty. That is a disgrace.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today, vigils are being held across Westminster for the 22 women who are diagnosed with lobular breast cancer every day. And, Mr. Speaker, I think we're privileged to say that some of those extraordinarily brave women are in the gallery this afternoon. When I raised this issue with the Secretary of State for Science, Innovation and Technology, she promised to take action and not just commit words. So would the Prime Minister today commit to the Lobular Moonshot Project's plan to fund lobular breast cancer?
Can I thank him for drawing the House's attention to the vigils and the campaign? And can I acknowledge those in the gallery who are here today? And I will make sure that this is looked at to see what further we can do and that any relevant meetings are set up.
Rachel Buskell.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In 1777, Bootham Park Hospital was given in trust to the people of York. Since it closed in 2015, NHS Property Services has squandered £5.5 million, almost its sale price, keeping the building empty and threatening to sell it for a luxury complex our city does not want. This much sought-after community space for charities and services would significantly benefit York residents. So will the Prime Minister now release this site so public land can be used for public good and we get Bootham back?
Well, I know that this site is of huge significance to the people of York, and I understand the site is under offer.
York is a beautiful city.
Ministers are happy to work with the council
An
and
amazing
the
city,
to find the right deal for the
like
site, taking
Roman,
into account the points she's made.
One of the oldest, some of the best
Speaker.
buildings in Britain. are in
Every
York.
day that the Prime Minister fails to act or even acknowledge Pakistani grooming gangs
Pantsuit
that
alert.
rape and torture vulnerable white girls, more victims
Ooh.
continue to suffer.
You go, girl.
Whilst he spends his energy forcing friends of paedophiles into top jobs, why not use that energy to stop this national disgrace?
Give him some
Mr. Speaker, I spent many years prosecuting paedophiles who are now in prison, so I really don't need lectures from Reform about this.
Final question, Sonia Kumar.
Little rocket man.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In 2022, my constituent, Masi Simbanda, dropped her 14-year-old son, Noah, off to nursery like any other day. Tragically, this will be the last time Masi would see her son alive.
Not 14-year-old.
A staff member
surely.
at Fairy Tale Nursery tried to get him to sleep. When Noah resisted, she covered his face with a thick blanket and used her leg to pin him down. The pressure applied to his tiny body was so extreme, it ruptured his colon. Mr. Speaker, no parent should have to endure such unimaginable loss. The sentencing has taken place. Will the PM meet with Masi to discuss how we can ensure that tragedies like this never happen again?
You can't think that they never happen. You just hope that they don't happen again.
Those
That's the problem
details,
with
I think
something
we
like
all would have felt the same as I do, that it must be impossible to fathom how the family must feel in relation to this awful and tragic case. I will make sure that all the necessary meetings are set up in the way that she has asked for.
That completes Prime Minister's questions. Let the front benches change over.
Oh, is that it? He's only doing 40 minutes today. He should be doing an hour. Oh, talk about getting paid to do fuck all. Well, that was, apart from that one woman asking about the rape gangs, which got pushed out of the way pretty bloody quick. That was a bit of a wet fart, wasn't it? Anyway, let's go check out today's papers. We'll get those on the go. I suppose I could do it from here, actually. Could do it from here. All right then, guys. What do we think about that then?
We now come to the... Just let the benches clear.
Get rid of them. Let's have a look what we got going on here. It's a little bit on the bright side, isn't it, on here? I think it's because I got HDR on. Let me get rid of HDR a minute. Display settings. Okay, good. And it's still quite bright. Right, okay, we're starting with the Times. Anyway, let's get some music on the go. Right then, chat, what do we think about that with the Prime Minister's questions? Shite, wasn't it? Fucking waste of space. So, Dustin was asked about, what they call them. Fuck, my fucking microphone's still going down in volume. What the fuck is doing that then? It's on to 30 now. Leave it where I put it. I put it on 70, leave it on 70. I don't trust him, says that. Oh, no, I... He's doing it again. Stay. It's really weird. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What is, every time I talk, the microphone's going down. Why is it doing that? Some sort of like auto control thing. I suppose if I shout into it, it goes down even more. Yeah, it does. Okay, right. Let's put it there. Let's put the microphone there. Okay, right. Good. We'll go with that. Fucking Windows 11 is a dog shit fucking Windows. Right, what we going? I'm some ambient radio. Oh, nice, chill. Yeah, I think I might need to go. I might need to go into Jasmine's room in a minute. Okay. Yeah. So sorry. Yeah, you were asking about the waiting list on so NHS. So, for instance, my sister had a heart problem, so she went to the doctors. The doctor says, right, I need to send you to a specialist, have a check on your heart. So they send it to a specialist, checking the heart. The specialist then says, does the diagnosis. Then they come back, right, okay, you need an operation. So you now, once they say you need an operation, you then, as soon as they say that, you've been put on a waiting list. So then you've got to wait, however, sometimes months, sometimes it can be years, depending on what the operation is for that operation. I mean, a lot of people either, well, if it's a life-saving operation, normally they're pretty quick. But if it's like, I don't know, like a pain-relieving operation, knees and hips are famously now on the NHS take months and months and months, sometimes years for a new hip or a new knee. So people have to live in a lot of pain for a long time. So that's essentially it, because you don't pay for the NHS. That's why. So, you know, you can't, you know, if it's free, then you go expect, but you got to have to essentially wait for your treatment. You can't have it straight away because there's other people who are in front of you that want the operation first. Right, newspapers. The Times. Amy, me and my battle with her dad. That's Amy Winehouse, who's been dead for some years. Do you have a Zempic personality? I was talking to one of the guys that works, well, he's my boss, but well, when I work for him, he's my boss. And he's been using a Zempic or whatever it is, Manjaro, whichever one of these. And he's lost a lot of weight on it, but he's saying it took his muscle away. And he's having terrible pain, like sleeping, and like he can't lift things, he's like weak. So it didn't just take his fat, it took his muscle. And he was quite a strong guy as well. Trump extends ceasefire with Iran after collapse of peace talks. Alright, okay. So the Iranians aren't playing ball, no one's playing ball in there. Starmer on the ropes. So he's not on the ropes though, is he? We just see him. Everyone, all the papers think he's on the ropes. No, he's not. He's just done 5 Prime Minister's questions. He's come out thinking, I'm back in the lead here. This is it. Once he lives for another few more days, or another week, you're not getting rid of him. We predicted this anyway. We predicted because Starmer was on the ropes months ago, and it was a case of if he gets through March and he gets into the 1st of April, he's made it, and he'll be here to the end of the elections, which are like the midterms. We've got our own version of the midterms coming up in Britain. You know, so we don't change parties as such. It's just like a little bit of a reshuffle goes on within the it's what we call our council elections. I suppose in America it's your districts, would it be? It's a similar thing, isn't they? So your MPs change, or your congressman, is it congressman? Yeah, your congressman, or your representatives then change. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, oh, Canada has it as well. Is it? It's probably Canada's got it as a throw over from when it used to be run by Britain. I would assume that Australia's got something similar as well. France has a very similar thing. It's not free. France has a really good healthcare system, or it used to have a really good healthcare system. What France does is they're very clever, and I think we should copy the French system. The French system is, if you go to hospital, you've got to pay it like it used to be, like £7 a day for every day you're in hospital, which isn't a lot of money. Most people can afford it, and there is like a thing to help people who are like destitute poor, to help them, like charities sort of step in and pay that anyway. But what it does, it stops freeloaders. Like the NHS is absolutely, I'd say about 30% of people that use, and it might be even more, but a minimum of 30% of people that are using the NHS don't need to be using the NHS. And what you need to do is put a small financial penalty in the way to stop them. People go to the NHS for fucking aspirin. And what you don't realise, you can go to the shop, buy aspirin, 24 pence, like literally quarter of a dollar. You can get a packet of aspirin. But for the NHS to prescribe you that aspirin, right, it's got to then be bought by the NHS, which they'll buy a special type of aspirin that's probably like £2 a pack. Then it's got to be transported. Then it's got to be, you've got to pay for someone to order it. Then you've got to pay for someone to place it on a shelf and deliver it. And then, categorize it. Then it's got to have a doctor's time to prescribe it. By the time that 24 pence packet of tablets goes to someone, it's going to cost about 40 quid to the NHS. A minimum 40 quid. Probably about 50 quid. And that's the markup on all the stuff that goes in and through the NHS. So you got people turning up. So if you said to them, right, if you turn up, you want a doctor's appointment, it's going to cost you £5, right? It's not a lot of money. Most people, if they're desperate for the doctor, they'll pay the £5, right? But it'll stop people freeloading. Oh, I've got a bit of a headache. Oh, let's go to the doctors. Just like when it's like, oh yeah, you're going to go to the doctor, it's going to cost you £5. It'll be like, oh, okay, well, I'll stay at home. It's just a headache, And you get a lot of that. That's what happens in the UK. A hell of a lot of freeloading goes on. So I'd go with the French system. The French system, they have this like little bit of a financial penalty to go and see, but it's not like in America. If you want to go see a doctor, it's probably got what would it be, like $100 at least, 50. It'd be like going to see the dentist in Britain. A dentist appointment is at least 60, 70 quid. Okay, they do a little bit of work or whatever. Yeah, well, that's it. Private. I've got private dentists. I've always have had. I pay for it, but it's about 70 quid for a dentist appointment. And all they do is just open your mouth, have a quick look in. If you want an x-ray, it's going to cost like 200 quid for your dentist. Well, that's what it's like in America, John. If you go to the doctors, that's what it costs in America. All doctors are private in America. So you can have healthcare to try and cover it. But healthcare will do everything they can to get out of that. Right. Let's go and have a look at the papers, shall we? That's the NHS more or less explained. Right, okay. BMA agreed pay deal 2 days before strike. Oh, we got another stream boo. I'll leave it on there. It's Twitch. I can't be bothered. Peers pressure. Oh, I like it. I like the headline. Does NHS cover chopping your willy? Yep. Yeah, they can do. This is one of the big things that let me turn my headset down. So this is one of the big things that I think they should be getting rid of. The NHS will pay for breast implants, and I know people who've had them done because women have gone up and go, oh, I'm so depressed. Oh, I feel so inadequate because my boobies aren't big enough. Oh, what can I do? Oh, I might even have to kill myself because I haven't got boobs. So the doctor goes, oh, don't worry. I'll get you a lovely pair of breasts on the NHS. Yes, that'll be a £7,000 operation, but don't worry, we'll cover it on the NHS. There we go, you're on the waiting list. In 4 months' time, you shall have a nice pair of boobies. And the NHS pays for that. We pay for that as taxpayers for women who feel that they're inadequate with their bodies to get breast implants. I would get rid of that. The only time I'd have that, like, it shouldn't be completely got rid of. What it should be is for plastic surgery, for women who've had mastectomies, for cancer, whatever. Fine, great, perfect. They need that absolutely 100%. People who are, what they need is psychological help. They need to go to a doctor and have a little look what's going on in their brain. That's how it used to be done, but not how it's done anymore, because money making on the NHS is phenomenal. Doctors are bribed in the UK to sometimes prescribe stuff. There's little kickbacks. Sometimes these drug companies take doctors on holiday. Oh, use our drug. Our drug's the best drug. Oh, would you like a little holiday in Dubai? Oh, here we go. We got a big practice with 10,000 patients. Oh, come to Dubai for a week. Oh, all expenses paid. Don't forget we're Monjaro. We're the best diet pill you could use. A lot of that goes on within the NHS. A lot of backhanders goes on within the medical industry. Another thing that needs to get rid of, backhanders. Get rid of them. They're paid well enough as it is. Don't need companies coming in. The other thing it should be, NHS should be allowed to make and dispense its own medicines. NHS is a massive, huge corporation with a lot of money. They should have their own science labs, and they should be doing their own, making their own medicines, not buying them from third-party American pharmaceutical companies. Make them themselves. Change one molecule, job done, boom, make it yourself, much cheaper. But no, they prefer to buy it third party from pharmaceutical companies. Anywho, PM reeling as sobbing Robin spills beans. Sobbing Robin. He wasn't sobbing at all. We watched it. We watched it here on my channel the other morning. He wasn't sobbing Robins at all. Was it yesterday we watched it? Or the day before? No, I couldn't watch it yesterday. I wasn't. I was taking my sister to the hospital. It was Monday, wasn't it? Monday. Right, we've got Daily Telegraph. Labour MPs vent fury, toxic number 10. What's that about then? Cabinet backlash, civil servant claims he was forced to approve Mandelson's US role. Oh, they made me do it. Princess Catherine giving an old boy a hug. I bet he's having a right old time there. He's like, ooh, she smells nice. Oh, Kate, why don't you come home with me, dear? Hug a hero. Be interested to see what the story is there. Can I read it? Princess of Wales hugs Tony Gledhill, 88, a retired Metropolitan Police officer. Oh, that's back in the old day where they could use the truncheons, give him the old knock on the head, like. Have that, you little rotter. Told him we'll keep in touch. Must if you want to. Oh, that's sweet of her. She's a lovely lady. Lovely lady. Good looking bird as well. Boost defence cash to end reliance on US. Oh, see, we're reliant on you for your defence. Britain is literally standing on the shoulders of giants here. Council will use AI CCTV to spy on public. Oh, that's going to go down fantastic, isn't it? Let's use AI, because AI is not intelligent, but it is artificial. Artificial CCTV. It's already, so it'll basically see your camera, your registration plate on your car, and it go, "Oh, hello. Why are you parked there?" You might have only just like stopped and waiting for something like a duck walking across the road, and the CCTV will go, "Oh, they're parked there. Let's send them a 70 quid fine." I can guarantee you that's going to happen a lot. Park cars that aren't parked, but with people sitting in them, waiting for, like, I don't know, maybe someone's fallen in front of the car. Maybe there's a breeze block. You got to get out the car, move the breeze block or a piece of detritus out of the way of the car. And while you're doing that, the AI won't know what you're doing. Whereas a camera operator go, "Oh yeah, he stopped the car. He's moving something out of the way." AI will look at it, see the car there stopped, and go, "Oh yeah, he's parked. 70 quid fine. Bump." That's exactly what's going to happen with AI. 100%. Anyway, it's already. I know people who's already. My mother's friend got my sister got hit. She went shopping with my mum at Christmas. You had to queue to go into the car park, right? And find a space, which took an hour. And it took an hour to get out of the car park once you'd left your space. But the camera was at the entrance and exit of the car park. So it wasn't taking into account the time it took to park. It was just taking into account the time you were in the car park, which was 2 hours to come in and out, which left an hour to go shopping. It was a 3-hour car park. So they went shopping. They were shopping for 2 hours or 2.5 hours. By the time they'd gone in and out, in, shopping and out, it'd gone 4 hours. My sister got a fine. Fortunately, I used AI against itself. I got AI to write up a letter explaining the situation. And but my mother was blue badged and blah blah. I give it to my sister. I texted it over. I said, "Send them this." They cancelled the fine. AI for the win. Sometimes use it against itself. So that's what I did. My sister was very happy with me that day. I saved a 70 quid fine. It's about $100. Trump extends Iran ceasefire. We know about that. Nest to plough billions into private credit. Yeah, Nest is. I thought that was like. What is Nest? Oh, I can't even see it, can I? Britain's largest. Oh, it's a pension scheme. I thought Nest was something to do with your heating. Scheme has caused alarm with plans to plough billions into private markets. Despite fears the sector could prompt the next financial crisis. Oh, we on road? Or they're going to make us pay for the next financial crisis. Right, Daily Mail. Oh, they're all going with Starmer. Starmer support starts to crack. What's this then? I thought I'd quit my Botex addiction when I asked a stranger to guess my age. Oh God, you're just a woman that's got over 50, aren't you? Starmer's support starts to crack. Oh yeah, here's Ollie. Lord Starmer. Sir Ollie. Like, he shouldn't be a lord and he shouldn't be a sir. Misled the House and must resign, says Kemi. He reveals no, number 10 were dismissive over vetting. Oh, okay, right. The Daily Mirror. Another sloppy paper. Eye of the Star. Oh, okay. Eye of the Storm instead of Eye of the Storm. Oh, you are so clever. Give yourselves a little pat on the back. Right, move along. Wounded Starmer giving. It's all Starmer, isn't it? I'm starting the Starmer, staying the word Starmer. Wow, wounded Starmer giving public dressing down by his cabinet. Might like that. We've got 3 pictures of this Ollie guy. Financial crisis times. Robbins tells number 10 pressure to approve role for Manderson. Okay. Oh, Revolut targets 200 billion valuation. Wow. So I've known about this Revolut card for a long time because it was a way of getting cheap video games. So you could order a Revolut card. This is how they literally started. Revolut started by offering you a credit card that you could then like spend abroad. So your pound then could become a dong, a dollar, whatever other a real, whatever currency you wanted to buy. a euro, but they wouldn't charge you any exchange rate fee. You just had the direct exchange rate at the time. And it was a way of getting around, say you wanted to buy cheap Microsoft points, you could buy the Turkish ones, and you could use a Revolut card to buy them. You could set up a Turkish account on your Xbox, buy the cheap things, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so they've become quite a big company now because a lot of people, but of course, what really is going on, especially in Britain, is a lot of foreign people that have come to our country are using Revolut to then send their money back home. And it's getting hidden and lost within a system. So once you've like got it into the British banking system, which is what all these vape shops and Turkish barbers, which aren't Turkish, they're Syrian, they're Iranian and Afghanis that are running these corporations that are basically fronts for drug money and for fraud off the British taxpayers. Once they've got their money into there, then you need to get your money into a Revolut card. And once you've got a Revolut card, you can transfer it anywhere in the world. So you know, it could be used for weapon smuggling, be used for people smuggling. It's not a great thing. I mean, it's a great thing if you want to buy video games, yeah. But people have realised, hello, we can start using this for other things. Revolut is aiming for a valuation of up to 200 billion. Stock market listing. Investors briefed by... I think eventually, I think they're going to have an investigation into that company. Someone's going to have to investigate them eventually. Because people are basically committing forms of fraud using Revolut. Anywho, we got aliens. I joined the alien hunters. Again, I believe those aliens, they're not little green, they're not, they're AI. They're AI robots. But very, very in the future AI robots. If there are such things. Essentially, organic creatures can't survive that form of travel. That's my theory, anyway. My theory is they're not even aliens; they're humans from the future. That's my theory. I've studied it. I used to buy UFO magazine all my life from the ages of 6 years old onwards. At 7 years old, I was reading Eric von Däniken. I had all his books. Like by the age of 10, I'd read all Eric von Däniken books. Very famous for like the gods and UFOs and all that type of stuff. And I've studied it all my life up until about the last 20 years ago, where I came up with the theory. I think that most aliens, or most credible alien stories, are essentially, if they're real, if aliens are real, UFO phenomena is real. The UFOs aren't spaceships from across the galaxies. They're from interdimensional space, time. Essentially, they're like... And it could be playing with what's happening in this timeline to affect something later on in their timeline. The butterfly effect, as they call that, don't they? This like effects of the butterfly, and we see it, don't we? You see, like, you hear this Mandelson effect. Not Mandelson, sorry. The what's it called now? The old African Prime Minister, Mandela. Oh God, whatever he's called. The Mandela effect. Oh God, what was he called? I'm gonna have to type it in now. My head's lost. I'm terrible with names. President? No, Mandela. It's not Mandela. What was he called? The African Prime Minister. So much talk about Mandelson. I'm getting Mandelson mixed up with Prime Minister. Fuck him. Anyway, that's what I think aliens are. I think they are Nelson Mandela. Yeah, I'm getting Mandelson and Mandela mixed up. Mandela, thank you. Hey, Fighting Kel, thank you. The Mandela effect, yeah. So I think that could have like the butterfly effect of time traveling human robots, which are what we think are aliens, is having an effect on the Mandela. So you say, right, so this is one of the weird things. So they say they can read minds in a way, but that isn't actually mind reading. That is AI prediction. This is why I believe they're AI. They're super intelligent AI machines, because whatever's left of the human race in the future can't travel through time. But you can send information through time. You'd probably be able to send atoms and molecules through time, but they would get fucking so jumbled up by the time they got here. So what you can do is send information through time. No, thank you. Nelson Mandela, that's it. So I believe that's one of the effects of the Mandela effect. It's also, I believe, why we feel like everything's like topsy-turvy in this time at the minute. Like everything's just like flipped. And I think there's a lot of this going on. I think there's a lot of I might sound like a crazy person, but the most craziest conspiracy theories are the ones that turn out to be true. And there's a lot of science and like little things that can kind of back this up. But we're being manipulated. But we're being manipulated not by some foreign force from across the galaxy. We're being manipulated by future selves, which then causes time compression loops problems. And it has been proved you can move stuff through time, and time is a construct. A bit like how they say gender's a construct. Well, actually, time is a construct. Time is both beginning and ending at the same time. It's just knowing how to jump it. Like, we all feel time just slowly moving forward, but actually the beginning and the end. If you go to a black hole, assuming black holes do actually exist, you go to the black hole, the edge of the black hole, they call it something, don't they? They give it the something zone, don't they? It's basically once you go in past that line, you can't come back out, but there's a line around there, and essentially it's a line where everything getting sucked into the black hole is getting sucked in at the speed of light. Time is an illusion, yeah. And speed of light is coming out at the speed of light. So everything, ever since that black hole's existed, on that edge, on that line around the ring, is all the time. Everything that black hole has ever witnessed is on that edge, because basically the photon is stuck. It can't leave, and it isn't getting sucked in. It's in this like perpetual motion of like, because a photon never ages because it moves at the speed of light. So in a sense, there's no time on a photon, so it's never ages. So the photon that hits you from 230 billion light years away, it's not 230 billion light years old. It is. We feel it's that old, but the photon isn't. That photon was literally born a nanosecond ago to it, because it's been moving at the speed of light. So anyway, at the edge of the black hole, all the light exists in both directions over time. So all light that's fallen into it can't escape. Do you know what I'm saying? Can you get what I'm saying? So it's literally on the edge of a black hole is a snapshot of all the time of the universe. The Schwarzschild, it could be, the event horizon, that's it. They call it, the event horizon. And on the event horizon, all light can't escape, but it also isn't getting sucked in at the same time. It's a very weird place. Just say yes, Prime Minister. Fucking approve him. Demand fired only tells of pressure. That's what it says there. I'll fill in the blank spaces. Thank you, Fight Like Hell. Right, Daily Star, another sloppy paper. Oh, they're going with the same thing. Just effing approve it. Sacked civil servant Ollie Robbins said the Prime Minister's ex-Chief of Staff Morgan McSweeney now So they're pushing it onto him now. I was just fucking approving, man. Right, okay. So that sounds like, so if they're using language like that within the government, that's bullying. That's bullying. So, ooh, is some heads going to be rolling soon? Oh, Clarice Luffrey. The Michael Jackson biopic is a ghoulish, soulless cash grab. Oh, no surprise there. I mean, are we really still talking about Wacko Jacko? Number 10, secretly sought ambassador role for disgraced star or ally. God, we're still talking. Daily Express, normally a good paper. Let's have a look what they have here. Morrison's urge to reverse the sacking of loyal boss for time. Yeah, so this is an interesting story. So hero manager Sean must get his job back. So this guy, basically, it was a Morrison's, which is like a, no problem, I'm being to know if, or you shut me down. Okay. No, absolutely not fighting like hell. Hey, we're on the same level here. Eduardo, good morning, chaps. Good morning. How are you, mate? Or Enduendo, I should say. So, yeah, hero manager Sean must get it. So this guy, fair play to him. Oh, are my emojis working this morning? When do they start working? Oh, the emojis are actually working for a change. Are my emojis working? Anyway, someone shoplifted at Morrison. Morrison's Store is a bit like a Walmart, if you're American. So essentially, someone shoplifted, and he stopped them. He tackled them, he stopped them. He didn't hurt them, but he stopped them. But Morrison's got this thing, oh, if they shoplift, just let them go. Don't worry about it. You know, we'll charge the customers more for their goods. But no, this guy's like, no, he's breaking the law. I'm going to stop him. So he did. He stopped him. Morrison sacked him. And they're like, there's a big outcry against Morrison's at the minute. Give him his job back. He's a good man. He's a bloody hero. Yeah, long time no see, Innuendo. And that's it for the newspapers. So I'm going to be leaving soon. Oh, good, yeah. Let's have a look who's around at the moment. Oh, my mate Johnny is streaming. Are you Johnny? Oh no, different Johnny. That always confuses me, that one. Because he's called John Boy as well. Alright. We are going to go. Copy that. Anyway, how are you this morning? Innuendo. Oh, God, every time I see the word. Because innuendo spelled with an I. So I'm looking for an E-I. Innuendo. Always good to see you, Emma LH. You've been things on the up and up. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, good. I'm doing like double streaming now. Stream in the morning, stream in the afternoon. Well, stream in the evening, I should say. UK time. Right, I think I've just grabbed that. Have I just grabbed that? We are going to go and do a raid in a minute. Let's go over to the den. The dump den. Because we're going to round things up. Oh! Totally saw you there, because I got CCTV. Hey! Oh, let me just get this out of the way. I didn't quite work then, did it? I didn't realise I had background music playing. Right. Why is my den music not playing? Is my den music playing? Yes, it is. There we go. Yeah, it's nice and relaxed. It's chilled here in the den. We are going to go and raid a lovely young British gentleman. I raid him quite often. He's a good guy. And I raid him quite often because there's no one else to raid. But also, he is a good guy. He spreads the love around to all the other streamers. So, let me just find myself. Let me just get this raid ready, and I'll read chat in a minute. Good stuff. Innuendo, life continues to be rough. But what can I do, eh? I'm sorry to hear that, Fight Like Hell, man. Hey, I'm not a massively religious guy, but the power of prayer is known and scientifically proven. So, I think the term for me, I've always described myself as atheist, but I'm not an atheist. So I found out that the true term for what I am is called agnostic. That's a new word I learned. And I'm not really pretty good with my words, but I never realised agnostic means you believe in something, but what you believe in isn't like church stuff. Quite good. Wokko, I'm glad to have caught a stream. Hey, glad to catch you, man. Good to see you, buddy. I mean, a lot of times I think these are hard times for everyone, I think. These are hard times. They're trying times for us all. Both emotionally, financially, all those things. But yeah, all we can do is support each other. Support each other. And just accept that we understand each other's problems and pain, and just sort of say, you know, we feel you, bro. We feel you, bros. Right. Gentlemen, I'm about to send you through the rumble tunnels. You're going out through the dome dump tunnels. Don't worry about the mess. And you're going to come up in Kiki the Lion stream, the Games Master. Great guy. I'm not sure what he's playing today. He's always playing random games all the time. He's got some good stuff. He's a friendly guy. Great chat. And we'll see you. I'm going to pop in there, say hello and all that. So thank you for joining me. And I'm going to get the hell out of here. Eduardo, Fight Like Hell, John Boy for jumping in there. Dustin D in here as well in the house. Who else was in the house this morning? Hungry Planet popped in. The Twitch bots. We always love our Twitch bots. Right, I'm out. I'm the hell out of here. Ta-ra, guys. See you tonight. See you tonight. Witcher Wednesdays. We play Witcher 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. UK time. Right. See you later.